Carolline David, madam.
Thank you, sir. One important value of life is saving for investing for our future. As life is once, life is uncertain, life is useless without money. So, if you have to be secured in life and live the same standard of living in the distant tomorrow after you retire, one has to save and then invest that money in shares, mutual funds, equity, or maybe FD or any investment where your money multiplies. We can't live like a king today and like a pauper or a beggar tomorrow. So we have to save and then invest to multiply our income for a safer and better tomorrow. In other words, sustainable future. Make hay while the sun shines. It's never too late to start your savings. Yes, my dad saved my money from the age of 18 since I started working, and today I am owning 4 flats. Of course, he invested my money in LIC, and later on I invested in property because I'm a spendthrift. I know that I cannot sell property, but other things I could liquidate. So because of that, I felt that I should invest in property. My friend who is a housewife, she invested in shares, and she invested in the shares of Reliance company, which was very at a very low price, and she brought in. Today she has become very rich. And another friend of mine who invested in shares in Reliance only, that is my colleague. One of our teacher told him, you invest in shares today and wait for tomorrow. But he had no patience at all. So he was going on nagging, kit karte raha wo, and then ultimately he sold his share, and today he is repenting. So investment in shares need patience, wisdom, knowledge of the market, when to buy, when to sell. Investment is how you take charge of your financial security. It allows you to grow your wealth, but also generates an additional income stream if needed ahead of retirement. Various investments such as shares, stocks, bond, or real estate will provide either growth or income. But in some cases, it gives you both. Like ma'am said, investment in shares will give you capital also, your capital appreciation also, and dividend. So it's not only dividend, but also you get capital appreciation. What is the most important in investment? The most successful investors invest in shares, stock, equity market because they can make better returns and retire a lot faster by doing so than with any other investment type. Warren Buffett became a successful investor by buying stock, and you too can become successful. Investing in stock is the best way to grow your money over time. Y is equal to C plus S, which I teach in economics. Y is income, C is consumption, and S is saving. Yes, I always tell a story to my students, and I'll just tell a story. It will take 2 minutes only. That one poor man was there. He searched here and there for job, लेकिन उसको नौकरी नहीं मिली, लेकिन चौकरी मिल गई उसको, और उसकी शादी भी के बच्चे भी थे. लेकिन बेचारा क्या करता था, पापी पेट का सवाल था, तो वो भीख मांगने लगा, चोरी करने लगा, डाका डालने लगा. एक दिन एक भाई बड़ा रईस आदमी जा रहा था, और जैसे वो गाड़ी से निकला, वो उसको हार्ट अटैक आया और वो नीचे गिर गया. ये गरीब आदमी ने उसको उठा के हॉस्पिटल लेके गया और उसका इलाज वक्त पे किया और उसको बचाया. फिर उसने उसको उसका कार्ड दिया और बोला कि आपको नौकरी चाहिए तो प्लीज़ मेरे पास आ जाओ, इफ़ यू नीड एनी हेल्प. सो ही गॉट अ जॉब, एंड द डे ही गॉट अ जॉब ही कॉट हिज ईयर्स. ही सेड आज से चोरी करना, भीख मांगना सब बंद. बट इनिशियली वाई वॉज ओनली इक्वल टू सी, क्योंकि जो वो सैलरी कमा रहा था पूरा खाने पीने में जाता था. ही टू hardly earn 10,000, but he worked so well and he was so hard working कि ये आदमी ने उसको उसका सैलरी अप्रिशिएट किया, इंक्रीज किया, एंड ही started increase his salary from 10 to 20. अभी घर उसका तो 10 से चल रहा था, तो उसने क्या किया, y is equal to c था, अभी y is equal to c plus s कर दिया. मतलब out of 20,000 वो 12,000 खाने पीने में डालता था और 8,000 सेविंग में. फिर उसका पगार 30,000 हो गया। तो उसने क्या किया, वो बाद में 15,000 डालने लगा सेविंग में और 15,000 खाने पीने में। मतलब धीरे धीरे जब उसका इनकम बढ़ने लगा, वो एस के बारे में ज़्यादा सोचने लगा। सी तो उसका वैसे का वैसे ही था, लेकिन थोड़ा थोड़ा स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग बढ़ गया, लेकिन वो एस ज़्यादा करने लगा। फिर वो एस को उसने जाके शेयर मार्केट में डाल दिया और एक दिन वो बहुत बड़ा आदमी बन गया। सो दिस इज अ स्टोरी ऑफ वाई इज इक्वल टू सी प्लस एस एंड हाउ व्हेन एस गेट्स invested in shares or stock market, you can become very, very, very rich. Yes. So, in the context of stock market investment, equity refers to the shares in company ownership. In simple terms, it is the total amount of money that a shareholder is eligible to receive if all of the company debts are paid off and if assets are liquidated. सब कुछ देने के बाद, whatever the assets are liquidated, then he gets a share of that. That is equity. Equity is a term for a total ownership stake in the company after the repayment of any debts. While a share of stock describes a single unit of ownership, shares is a percentage of ownership in a company or a financial asset. Investors who hold shares are called shareholders. They either get an appreciation or they get appreciation come dividend. For example, if a company has 1,000 shares in circulation and an individual is holding 10,000 shares, and if he is holding 1,000 shares, that means he is 10% stakeholder in that company. On investment in shares, we earn two ways: capital appreciation and dividend. Of course, what is stock? Stocks is slice of ownership of one or more companies. Shares is ownership of a particular company. Yes, with this I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Bedkar, the principal of Sri Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya, Osa, Latur, a mind-blowing and dynamic personality. And then Dr. Anil Vadkar, the NSS in charge of the college, my bro, who has also become a dynamic personality under the umbrella of Dr. Bedkar. I also owe my gratitude to our admirable Dr. Anita Dole Madam and Garat sir too. Thanks to all my lovely resource persons and my sweet audience too. We are all united. That's the charm of this webinar family. Let's not keep any burdens in our heart and cherish only good memories. We have got only 2 days to go. We have been so united and so close all these days. Let us end this webinar with lot of love and respect for each other. Where there is love and gratitude, there is forgiveness. Today we had Professor Reema Joshi from LN College, Mumbai, who spoke on investment in stock market. She is an expert in this area. She has given us a clear picture of investing in stock market. She accepted my invite at once. The moment I told her, are you willing to speak on the webinar? You just call up Dr. Bedkar. She took the number and she dialed Dr. Bedkar. And Dr. Bedkar also was instantly spontaneous in saying yes to her. This is the charm of Dr. Bedkar. He motivates all the resource persons. Whoever wants to become a resource person, वो ever willingly उनको वो मंच पे लेके आता है. Yes, I just felt this topic will be helpful to all of us in some way or the other, and a change is a must. All these days we have been learning of environment, corona, this, that. तो last 2 days I thought चलो एक twist लेना चाहिए webinar series में. So I thought this topic will bring a change and it will keep us sustainable till 11th March. She's a very young, enthusiastic, hard-working woman of today. Housewife, teacher, businesswoman. Hats off to her. She does train people to become experts in the share market. She runs her online classes for the same at a very subsidized rate for the students and teachers too. So today we had a young and dynamic, empowered woman of today. She's the best example, a leader to follow. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really bless you from the bottom of my heart, and sure all my webinar family will bless you and you will grow to heights. Why is it important?
Thank you so much.
Yes, dear. Why is it important to invest in your future? Investing in your future means making some sacrifices in the present to reap rewards later. Sacrifice your present consumption for a bright and secure future. It means investing your time and money in something that might not give you immediate return. Shares. It may not give you immediate return, but which would give you a tremendous value later. It also means preparing for uncertainties of the future. That's why very important for us to invest. Money is a form of energy. When you make an investment in your business, you are making an energetic commitment to your business. That energy needs to flow in order to come back as revenue from people who are more aware of it and more interested in your product or service. When we have a desire or dream which is not yet fulfilled, or we have not taken any step to fulfill it, then it becomes an incomplete cycle. Every incomplete cycle in some way or the other keeps troubling us from within. There's a continuous and constant sense of incompleteness. Financial goal setting, organizing our personal finance, investment planning in the beginning of the financial year are incomplete cycle for most of us. Setting of investment goals influence the way we think and act, helps us in achieving our goals and turn financially competitive. In addition, writing our investment goals gives them a concrete shape to focus on and achieve them. Let us understand what investment is. Investment is nothing but using your money to make more money or to multiply your money, whereas investment planning is a process of identifying financial goals and converting them through building a plan. The investment planning begins with identification of goals and objectives. Then we need to match those goals with our available financial resources. Nowadays, there are many investment vehicles to invest in. Most common being cash, equity, shares, bonds, property. The choice is totally yours where you want to invest. If you feel you're a spendthrift like me, then you invest in property. Like now ma'am said, property rates are not going to increase. If you feel you want to grow rich, but if you have the patience, then invest in shares. But even shares, you have to decide which share to invest. You have to know the market properly. If you don't know the market properly, then take somebody's advice. Don't just invest your money like that. Most people fail at investment planning not due to lack of talent but loss of purpose. This is very true that once our investment goal is set, we start investigating ways to meet our long-term financial obligation. We start finding our interest rates in bank, in companies, the rate of appreciation in gold, property, mutual fund. We go on finding all these things. We don't know what to do, what not to do, where to invest. Yes, because idle mind is a devil's workshop, and this it always will take us to the wrong thing. So if you have a sound investment goal like being financially independent after retirement, a perception would be diverted in the direction to achieve it. This would apply to eliminating and rectifying failures in our investment planning. So what should be the objective of our investment planning? Family security, that मुझे कुछ हो जाएगा तो मेरा family at least secured रहेगा. Efficiently manage your income. Yes, we should be able to manage our income, help the persons to pay our tax, to make all the expenditure ka payment, everything. Financial understanding is another goal, to evaluate investment and especially to think about our retirement. Another objective of investment planning is saving. Saving in such a thing, one which you can liquidate. Like for example, gold. You can sell gold and take the money anytime, but you can't sell property anytime. You can't sell shares anytime. You may be in a loss. So you have to decide. You have to decide. Okay, so the objective of saving should be family security, efficiency to manage your income, how to pay your tax, your expenditure, your financial understanding, that how you have to, what you will do after retirement. After retirement, whether you'll have money, then you have to save and what. अगर आपको ऐसे लगता है कि नहीं मुझे पैसे की ज़रूरत रहेगी, तो gold is good. Gold आप कभी भी liquidate कर सकते हैं, property नहीं कर सकते. और शेयर्स भी अगर आप लिक्विडेट करने जाएंगे तो आपको लॉस में करना पड़ेगा. तो सम पीपल दे प्लान अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर नीड्स. सो एंड इवन सम ऑफ देम थिंक अबाउट देयर स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग कि अगर मैं मर जाऊंगा, मुझे कुछ हो जाएगा, सो माई फैमिली हैज़ टू बी सिक्योर. सो फाइंड आउट व्हेन एंड हाउ मच you want to save. Set your financial goals. Analyze your risk taking ability, whether you want to be a trader or an investor. Create a saving portfolio. Learn about all investment options. Calculate your asset allocation. Decide why you want to save, for whom you want to save, and how much you need to maintain the same standard of living. Know how to build your portfolio. Find how and how much you are going to save. So all this is very, very, very important. So lastly, I would like to say, investing small amounts each month now will give you financial freedom in the later years of your life. And the most important thing, don't keep only one door of earning. Always keep many doors. Like you can be an LIC agent, you can be an estate agent, you can be a share broker, you can be a share trader, you can invest in shares, you can invest in mutual funds. So make many doors of earning income. I always tell my students this, don't only just, like I was giving tuition, I was doing LIC, I was an LIC agent. Only I didn't become a share trader because I don't know why. Maybe with Reema Joshi, she might make me a share trader also. But when I was, not having a very good salary, I had many doors of earning. When my salary became double, triple, I closed those doors, but still I'm getting the interest on my LIC. Whatever agency I did, I'm still getting my interest on it because I completed 5 successful years of LIC as an agent. And tuitions, of course, I've stopped. But then I had many doors of earning. And because I saved and because I invested, today I'm leading a carefree life. With this, I thank one and all for your patient listening. And I thank Reema Joshi for accepting the invite on behalf of Shri Kumar Swami Mahavidyalaya, Osa Latur. And you have explained it very well. I'm sure audience will have many questions to ask you. And all are ready, waiting 1, 2, 3, 4 and attack. Because it's a very interesting topic. With this, I thank Dr. Bedkar for accepting my, my student as a resource person. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much.
This wouldn't have been definitely possible without respected Dr. Caroline ma'am. Everything that I was today was, the credit definitely goes to you for giving me the confidence to speak on such a honorable platform. And as I told at the beginning, no words can qualify or quantify how much respect I owe to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you and God bless you. Thank Dr. Bedkar. He said yes immediately.
My first thank you was, my heartfelt gratitude was to respected Principal Dr. Bedkar for, actually last night I was a little nervous of how to operate this go-to meeting because I'm very new to this, but he spontaneously made a trial run for me, and I felt really obliged that such a big man having so much busy schedule, but he still managed to remove some time for me, and he explained it to me very, very well. Thank you so much. And if I have missed out thanking anyone, I really apologize. To the entire organizing committee of the college, a big hats off and congratulations